up on the day. Now, what do I have to say? I have a Captain's vlog, some crochet update. I have been crocheting like every day, just about. And I'm on my Jessica Cage book reading saga. I'm on the fourth book. I've started the fourth book, I think. Yeah, I just begun the fourth book of her series. I think it's called Rebel yeah, Rebel. This is without looking at anything. Let me think. I can look it up. I'm waiting on my battery to charge up though. But yeah, I've started one of Jessica Cage's series because it's June. So I did say I was gonna start reading her series during the month of June because her first name begins with a J. Um, so here we are in a J month. I'm jumping into Jessica Cage's books. I have been looking at them since January because I did start reading Jessica Cage's books in January. Enjoyed that one that I read like at least twice back to back. I almost read it a third time back to back. Maybe I did. Um, I know I read it twice back to back in January. So, after I read Rosie, because I'm on Rosie right now. I just started Rosie. Um, I think I'm gonna read James. James is by Percival Everett. And I did say that I was going to read James in the month of June or like a J month as well. I have been enjoying what I've read of Percival Everett is the the trees. I read the trees and enjoyed it tremendously. I enjoyed the themes of the each chapter that I noticed. Um, so I don't know if he writes in that style in all of his books. Um, I'm looking forward to it though. So James is on my next to read list soon and very soon. Like I said, I'm probably gonna read it after Rosie. Yeah, so that's what's coming up. I got it like I don't have it downloaded yet, but I got my finger hovering the button to download James um, after I finish reading Rosie. Um, so far out of that series, and then I noticed that there's like two more books. There's a fifth and a sixth book. So when I looked it up first, that's what I saw. I saw the fifth and the sixth book in this series of Jessica Cage's. I think it's called Rebellion. Um, hold on. Um, I'm gonna look it up. I'm trying to wait till my battery gets a little bigger. It's almost there. So let my battery get a little bit bigger. Okay. Um, so yeah, I think it's called Rebellion, the Rebellion series. There's like six books in this series. At first I thought it was four, and then I realized it was five, and then I thought it was four again, and now I'm realizing it's six. something like that. Like I knew it was 6, and now, but only 4 books are, yeah. So I don't know if I'll be able to get the fifth and sixth book to finish the series this month. Um, I don't know. Um, I've been looking them up, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get them this month. Um, Also, another book that's on my horizons is Red Rising. That book series. That my finger is hovering over that series to begin that series. I might start that book this month or book series this month. It is on my TBR. I did look it up yesterday again to see about it. So yeah, that's another uh book that's I don't think I've downloaded yet. I have saved it to my favorites though. I have saved it to my favorites so that I can get back to it and begin that series. It looks like I will have the opportunity to complete that full series with each book. Um, um, I was gonna, I was gonna see if I could say which book I've liked out of the Rebellion series. Like if I like Jen, if I like Natara, if I like Arden and who is it? Arden and Zarya. If I like, oh, I don't even know if I like Rosa yet because I hadn't read it all the way through. Um, they go together. Like they all go together. Like it's a continuous story. Like even in Arden, Natara's in Arden and Zarya. So it's a continuous flow. It's so I don't know to say which one. I mean, I guess I could, but it's like a whole one. Like it's all one. Like I thought about that with another. I was watching a new movie. I was watching Piece by Piece. Um, with Pharrell Williams or by Pharrell Williams, and enjoying that movie. So yeah, that's out and available to stream. Um, and I've been watching that like back to back to back, and I'll watch it again back to back to back. It's like the best thing out on streaming right now. Um, but there's like a couple of series that are like a whole movie, and okay, so it's at least two. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. So there's Hatchet. Hatchet is a whole movie. If you into that genre, um, why was I into that genre? Because like it's a couple of actors that I enjoyed seeing together. I like when they get together and work together. I love Hatchet because of that. Like they put all the folks, all the characters together. Like in Wishmaster, I like when they did when they got together in Wishmaster. Um, so yeah, Hatchet is a whole one movie, even though it's three parts. It's a whole one movie. Um, the the writer said the writer director said, and because I did watch a commentary on there of that, because commentaries were one of my favorite things to watch. Um, Along with the behind the scenes and how it's made and all that. Another movie that is a, a whole one movie is um Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers 1, 2, and 3 is like a whole one movie. It happens within the span of 23 days, each single movie. Wait, I might have that wrong. I might have that wrong. Yeah. I think I got that wrong. But it still feels like a whole one movie. Um, yeah, it still feels like a whole one movie. And it's I think somebody had said like a commentary said like they're like out of order. Like it's like three part three, then part two, then part one. It's like that. So it's in order like that, like three, two, one. So if you watch it like one, two, three, you gotta watch it like three, two, one, or one, two, three, and then back to. It's like a circle loop that you watch those movies in. But yeah, three, two, one is the order of how things go down. Because part three ends how part two begins, and part two, trying to think, part two, or yeah, I'm trying to think if part two ends. Part two is like the last one, but maybe part three is the first one. So part one got to be the third. Anyways, they like that. They like three, two, one. They like 3, 1, 2 or something like that. They like a whole one movie. I may have misspoke. I thought they were all in the 23 days, but probably not, because I think something happens prior to the present the present 23 days of the first movie. Um, Something happened 23 years prior. Anyways, one of my favorite is the third one. And yeah, so I want to say that that was a like a continuous movie, like Hatchet. I think those are two like continuous movies or three. So, anyways, the Rebellion series is like a continuous story. Like even though things are different and things are happening, like different things are happening, it's still like one whole book. Like it's six whole books, but it's like one whole story. But okay, now something else is happening in this book. Now something else is happening in this book. But it's like a continuous flow of the bigger story. It doesn't seem like the story ends, even though it does end. It just seems like it opens back up and it's like, okay, it's a new day, it's a new year, what have you. Now let's pick it back up. That's what it feels like. It feels like a continuation. I mean, I guess it is because it's a series. What am I saying? I'm saying like, can I pick a favorite book? Out of a series that feels like one whole story, I guess if I was to do that, I guess I could. I don't know. It seems like I can't though because it's like they go together. Like they go together like a sandwich. Like if you're making a deli sandwich, you know, you gotta have the chips and you gotta have the drink to go with it and the cookie. So like they all go together. So that's like the series The Queen of Hearts. Like each book went together. Like it's a whole one story within three books. So it's like, how dare I say I like book one or book two or book three? I mean, I guess I could, but I feel like it's not fair to the other books because like I said, like they all go together. Like you gotta have your sandwich, you gotta have your chips, you gotta have your drink, and your cookie on the side, to complete the meal. So I'm enjoying the whole series. Okay, I'm enjoying the whole series, and then I have to find book 5 and 6. I think I can get book 5. Like any book that I can't locate is available on her website. So I do know where to go if I can't find it no more, like nowhere else. So yeah, her website has all of the books in all of the series. I've already checked. Um, okay, so 13% is my battery. Um, what am I looking up? I already know what I'm looking up. So do I need to look it up anymore? Uh, okay, I'm looking it up. I'm also reading um Every Way with Granny Crochet by Julia Matto. That book is like, if I were a book, I would be this book. That book is my new pillow. Okay, that book is like my new pillow. Like I'm taking it like everywhere with me. Like it's my new crochet buddy. Like it's my new crochet companion. Like what you talking about? This book going with me. Like we go together. This book right here, we go together. Like that's my new boo. Um, and that's Every Way with Granny Crochet. We formed a relationship. We're in a relationship right now. Like for real, for real. This book right here, we have we're developing a relationship. I've done um the diagonal square in this book, and I followed the pattern and the diagram, and then And then I'm trying to get my squares together. And then okay, so where's my square? This isn't it. Did it fall? Um, I had all my squares right here. Hold on. I don't see where my square is that I'm talking about. I had it right here at the top. Hmm. I don't know where it's at the moment. I'm looking for it. It should have been right there. It should have been right there. Because I'm not doing anything with that particular square because of the shape that it. Oh, it's in my hand. Okay, so where is. Oh, there it is. It's beside me. Okay. All right. So everything is one, two accounted for. Okay, so when I got to the diagonal square, I saw some heart potentials. And I almost did the heart without, or yeah, without completing the diagonal pattern. I hesitated. I like was standing at the crossroads and I was like, I see this heart. I see it. So I went on ahead and completed the pattern for the full um um diagonal square. I went on ahead. That was the decision I had to make because I saw that heart. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to make this heart again, or I'm not gonna have to make this diagonal square again to make this heart that I see. So, and I'm gonna have to make it twice. So I've made the diagonal square twice, but I didn't complete it because I stopped it where I saw the heart. So I had one that I did complete with the pattern, boom. Then I went back, did the diagonal square twice more. I've since completed a heart. Um, and with that heart, it has some other shape elements in there that I did. I went back to the heart pattern and followed the heart pattern for that um, to make it a heart. And then I crocheted two more diagonal squares, and I'm in the process of making another heart with those two diagonal squares. Um, so yeah, I'm in the process of following the heart pattern. I'm enjoying the heart pattern. Like I'm in the land of the heart pattern with the diagonal squares. So in total, I've made one, two, three, four, five diagonal squares. And the diagonal square land. I made 5 of them, and two hearts, at least two hearts are gonna come out of this. And I just feel like making up what um what I think I see. Like whatever it is I think I see becomes a heart to me. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm all right with the diagonal square being like one, because um in this book, for the most part, like I haven't done every shape yet, but the shapes that I have done has had it, about 2 to 3 variations of them, and I feel obligated to. I mean, it's an option and it's there. So, and along with the tangling, untangling, comes the opportunity that it presents to create the different patterns that are in the book. So not only is there a written pattern that is in the book, there's also two other additional patterns in some of the shapes. When you look at the image, the photo, those those two images in the photo sometimes are started with a different chain number. So that thus there is two other images, two other, and I'm talking about this book here, two other images, items. What did that do? Hold on. What why didn't that scoot over? That just blocked my whole name. Excuse you. Rude. Maybe it's because of how my screen is. I didn't change my um I didn't change my outlay before I started the. Oh, okay, and it's not covering my name this time. So okay, cool, 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 cool. You good. You good like that. I was gonna make it bigger, but yeah, because I didn't change my layout on my phone, it's doing that. So yeah, this is my new boo. Um, like I said, if I was a book, I'd be this crochet book, I think. I think I'd be this book. I'm not too familiar with crochet books, like deep in there like that. This is like the only crochet book that I've gotten deep in there like that with. Um, like intentionally, like the other ones, I was a bit shallow. I was skimming out the top. Um, like only looking at the images, only looking at the photos for it, uh, inspiration, like for color, sensations, um, items, like looking at the items, um, pictures, uh, the items, the pictures of the items. This book I've read, I've enjoyed the dialogue, the conversations, the tangling, untangling. I think I can untangle everything. However, like my head is like ding 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 ding. Like I'm tired of untangling. Like just tell me, girl, just tell me. Like I'm coming up on the ovals, and I think I figured out at least one oval. I don't know if it's gonna be the same as in the pattern. I don't know if I've caught on if there's a theme to this book. Like as far as like when there's two items in the photo, would there be um three patterns? I know there is in um like at least one that I made um has three different starting points. Like it writes the bare minimum, the book, and then in the imagery there's two additional starting points. So I've been following the pattern, that's one starting point. Then I've untangled the other starting point of the other item, and then also the other starting point of the other item. Now, that's during and inside of the tangling untangling section of this book. I don't know. I mean, maybe that was there for that purpose. And then the other items or the other shapes, maybe they have their own formula. Um, and maybe just additional rows, but I don't think so. Okay, so I'm coming up on the oval, and the oval seems to have two different starting points, also two different row counts. And that's the oval. And then there's the rainbow. The rainbow. No, it's called the arch. It's called the arch or the arc. Um, the arc, it looks like it has two different starting points because one arc looks wider because I'm clocking it. I'm counting to see how many chains to do to start it because I would like to continue on creating every single item in this book. Like I have started to. I've started to create um each item, like the written item and the two items in the tangling untangling section for sure. I've recreated. Um, so I would like to continue to do those. So if it's possible though, I've hit a possible, how do you call it? Impossible possible. Um, to where I don't know if I'm gonna be able to create the same art for the bigger art because the whole thing isn't shown. Um, so I don't know if I'll be able to calculate from what is shown. That's what I'm trying to get out. Because I have looked at it, I've counted the rows, I've counted what is there. I don't know if I'll be able to, if I have enough information to formulate the tangling, untangling method and calculate chain count that it starts with. I know it starts with a different count though because it is wider. I can tell. I don't know if I'm assuming though because I'm looking at the picture. It does look wider. So I would think it would start with a bigger um 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 chain count. But maybe it gets wider during the row expansion because the smaller arc does have a smaller row count and a narrower um, inside. I'm looking at the inside of the arcs and I'm comparing them and I'm seeing that the bigger arc is wider in that area and I'm trying to count that that's the chain area. So I'm trying to count and calculate right there. And I don't know if I can. I don't know if that formula with the tangling and untangling works for this shape. Like I have learned that and I'm attempting to practice it and I have practiced it. But I don't know if that formula is for any and every shape you come across, like any and every thing. So I've attempted to count it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. And then by it being a bigger item, that one is a bigger item and it has more rows. It has like that one and the oval. The oval has about 12 rows. I think that one, the bigger arc has about 12 rows. So I'm gonna need like some more yarn to make that. So far everything has been small, um, like about I don't know 5 rows. So everything has been pretty small. I got small yarn for those the small items. Now with these 12 rows items, I'm gonna have to I might have some yarn. I got some yarn right here that could possibly get her done. Um, it's a it's a just yarn worsted in the color of butter. It's what does that say at the top? A premier yarn. And I could tell you the ounces, can't I? Will I? Won't I? Let me see if I can find the ounces. And I might be able to do the it's 131 yards. It's 2.11 ounces. It's 60 grams of yarn. Um that I might be able to do the arc and the oval with, the bigger ones. Now, the arc and the oval also has a colorful one. Like it has one plain one, so I'll be able to maybe do the plain ones in this color. And then it has one colorful one. I might be able to get some yarns together for the colorful oval. And I'm dipping into like some yarns that I thought was gonna be something else, but they haven't come just yet. Like, so this might be project for them. Um, I don't know. I said, I wanted to like recreate the item, so I would like to use at least the amount of colors, but I didn't do that for the square and rows. The square and rows is like three colors, three, four, about three or four colors. I only used two, but I did, what did I do? I did stick with the pattern formula. Like it was for each two rows, it was one color. I stuck with that. Now with the oval, it's like it's utilizing three colors, and I do have three colors. I just was kind of trying to merge it into something I was already trying to create. And the something that I was already trying to create only involves two colors. So yeah, I might not be able to do that merging right there. So yeah, three colors for the oval, and then for the arc, there's so many colors in the arc that I would definitely have to do some dipping, I think. Let me think. There are like, I don't know, seven colors. I'm not even looking at it. Let me look. Let me pull it up if I can. Well, I can't. I can pull it up. Art, art. Here it is. Is that it? No, that's not it. That's the cute triangle. And then I don't know if any other square does the color changes. I hadn't looked. Well, yeah, they are. There are some because I have scrolled about, but they're like two, maybe two to three. Um, Color changes. Oh no, there's one that says four or five color changes. Anyways, you need yarn. You need different colored yarns. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the arc. What is it called? Is it called arc? Mm, there's some stars in this book that have color changes. There's other shapes that have color changes. Dun, 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 dun. Teardrop. There it is. It's right after the heart. Okay. Okay, so the arc has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 to 7 color changes. I say that because the last two rows look like the same color, so maybe 6. But if you got 7, go ahead and make it 7 because it looks like the 7th row is an orange. Yeah, that's not, I don't guess that's the same color. They're close. It could be the same color though. But one, I think it's supposed to be orange and then red. So it's like purple, dark blue, light blue, green, yellow, orange, red. I think that's how that's supposed to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in that one. And I do have purple. I do have purple. I about to say I ain't got purple. I got purple. Blue. I don't have a dark blue. Do I have a dark blue? I know. Do I have a blue? I don't have a light blue. Like, I'm hesitating because the blue that I do have is like a light worsted. If it's a worsted, it might be like a 3. A 3. It's not a 4. Like the purple I have is a 4. I might have 2 different purples that could rock together. Because I know for sure I don't have a blue. Um, but it's like a purple. It looks like that though. I have a purple that looks similar to that. My blue that looks like that is like either a 3 or a 1. So that's like a different weight there. My green, I do have a green. I gotta untangle it. I got a piece of green that I have to untangle. What did I do with that other green? Because my green had tangled. I don't know where that other green went. Because I cut the yarn. I cut the yarn to create something else. I cut it from the tangle. I don't know where that, what project that went into. But I do have some green right there that's tangled that I can untangle. Yellow, I got some yellow and some red. I have some red. Orange, my orange is tucked away. The orange that I do have, I got like a piece of orange. I got a piece of orange tucked away. So that one I would have to pull out some yarns. I would have to go and look because each one of these yarns that I just mentioned are like in different places right now. If I was to use the colors in this pattern or similar colors in this pattern. Like one yarn is right there, one yarn is right here, one yarn is right there, one yarn is over there, one yarn is over there. And then there's the solid arc. It looks like it starts with a larger thingy. Because I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle there. And then looks like the multicolor arch has 1, 2, 3 in the middle there. You can see the end of the colorful arc. You can't see the end of the solid color arc. But maybe it's a 3. I see it looks like it could be a 3, but it does look wider. Does it look wider because it's wider, or does it look wider with another reason? And can I figure out this? Is there a formula? Is the tangling untangling formula applicable to this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's 7 rows in the smaller one. I think there's 12 rows in the bigger one because I already counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, there's 12 rows in the bigger arc. Let's see. So for the smaller arc, what I did was, let's see. Oh, wait, there's not 1, 2. Okay, so with the triangle, there would be 2 on the side, 1 on each side. So I would make that my 2, and then the number in the middle, I would times that. But that was for the triangle. This doesn't have the 2 on the side. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. It has 11 clusters. Eleven clusters. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 spaces. 11 times 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
12 times
132. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. Hmm. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. 33. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Okay. Hold on. 12. Okay. 36 plus 33 plus 6. 75. 75. I said 76, so at first, but maybe I was off like one or two. So 75, is that what the arc is? The colorful arc deprived of 75 stitches? I'm thinking so. Um, let's see. It says chain multiple of 8 plus 6. Let me see where I was. Multiple. 69, 69, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Seventy-two, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know for sure at the moment. So, yeah, figuring that out. I got the row count, but yeah, I'm not ready to do the one with 7 colors because I don't have all my 7 colors pulled out right now. Like, for the arc, I do have a solid color that I can work with for the solid color art. Um, there is a pattern here on in the written with the chain number, and it gives the multiple of 8 plus 6, and then it gives the minimum. Okay, 6, 7. Okay, 6 and 7. Okay. So I guess it would be 6 and 6 right here. 6 and 6. Let's see. Okay, so 6 and 6 are at the end. And then 3 in the middle. Okay, 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 okay. So let's see. Okay, so I've looked into the pattern. Let me see if I can figure it out now. So now it's just mathematics now, because I know all the components now. Okay, so 6 right there, 6 right there. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, no, 10, 12. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that would be 36. And this would be 33. So 33 and 6 plus, let's see, 30, 33. Okay. So I think I figured out one. I figured out the change start of the colorful arc with the components and the numbers that I know. Okay. So I can figure that out because I can see all the components, all the numbers and things, and it adds up. Now for the melodies of this and that, what? How do I do that with a shape I can't see all of? Like I could figure it out if I could see all of it, because it's just a matter of calculating the components. So how do I do that without saying, okay, let's see. What I can see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. Hmm. So yes. So yes. So this item here, this pattern, this arc, it has at least two different ways to make it up. The written pattern is not the written pattern is different than the the written pattern start count is different from the start count of the items in the photo. So with that, you get at least two different patterns within a shape. So you get the written and then you get the one in the picture. Now, if you can figure out both of the starting numbers in the picture, then you'll have three patterns. So far I got two from this shape because I hadn't figured out the third shape. Um, Now, in the other photos, the items are shown so you can see the elements of them all the way. Now, this photo and the oval, so the arc and the oval has two items that are not fully shown. So I'm trying to figure out how to reverse engineer that to figure out the chain starting. And my head is like, uh, I did figure out this one though. I did figure out that because all of the components are there. You can see it. It's just a mathematic. You just count them. You just count. You can count it up. You can total it up. You can total me up, like Connie Mandoon says on Good Burger. She says, so yeah, you can total it up when you look at it and you look at the pattern and and see what where the pattern starts and where it ends. Um, and then you can come over and calculate and figure out this chain for this uh, second arc. You can follow the written pattern, so that'll be your. Now for this big arc and this big oval. Where do they start? Hmm. How did I do that? I times the clusters by 3, I times the spaces by 3, and I added them up. Okay, so how do I do that over here with the arc that I can't see the end? Well, I know what the end is because of the pattern. The pattern tells me what the end is. But how do I do this with the rows? Now the Tangling Untangling says you can do it with the row count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said 12 for the row count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 for the row count. Okay, so what can we do with that? Um, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 24 and 30. 24 and 30 is 54. 54. That would be 60. 66. 66. I know this art does not have 792 chain stitches. I just know that ain't right. Let's see. Try again. Mm, let's see. 66 plus 78. 78. Ow, my eye. If I double 66, I get 132. 128. One oh two. Hmm. So the starting chain for the larger arc and, well, no, let me not do that. But yeah, the larger arc could be 102. I'm not sure. I took the multiple and times it by the number of rows. Plus 6. Because I was trying to see how I got 32 when I first did the math, and I couldn't get back up to that 32. Um, that 132, because it's a multiple with an addition. So if I take the multiple and times it by the number of rows with the addition, I get 102. Let me see if that'll work for the numbers that I know. Okay, take the multiple times the number of rows plus the multiple, plus the addition. I don't get the same number that I came up with. So that might not be the way to do it. Let's see, the multiple times the number of rows plus the addition. Twelve times 3 plus 33 plus okay, just when I thought I had it. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So that would be 33. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That would be 30. Oh, wait, hold on. That's not all of it, though. Uh, 30. Okay, so 30, 33, 30. That'll be 63. And then 63 plus 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I added the clusters. I counted the clusters and times them by 3. I counted the spaces and times them by 3. Then I added those two numbers together And then I added the additional stitch count to it. Okay, the clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Uh, Mm. I don't know what the solid art starts with. I'm guessing 10102. I'm guessing. I don't know. I got 78 for the colorful art, and I got 102 for the solid art. I'm not sure of that. Um, uh, I'm, I'm utilizing all the stuff I learned, and that's what I came up with. Wah. Oh, okay. So the pattern has 12 rows, and it says it starts with 46. So that's good to see. When I see the diagram, that puts me a bit at ease, just a bit, because it is resemblant of the solid arc that I don't know all the components to. I only know like the number of rows. Um, this could possibly be the solid that's in the picture. It does have the same number of clusters as the smaller arc. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, it does have the number of change that the pattern calls for. So this is the written pattern. The diagram shows the written pattern. So don't I don't I don't guess the tangling untangling works for these shapes because I got like 78 counting and calculating when it looks like it's just 46. Okay, so I'm attempting to set my mind at ease. Looks like both arcs could be starting with the same number of chains, or I should say all three arcs, starting with the same number of chains, just ending in different number rows, and you could either leave it solid or you can uh, change the colors. That's what it looks like the options are. So as my mind settles down from all that calculating and I was speculating, ooh, I can breathe. I can breathe again. So, so yeah, I can bring back the fun because all the fun was gone out of that right there. So I can bring back the fun and enjoy the pattern with the starting chain number and play around with the colors and the solids. Okay, shoot. I'm coming down. I'm coming down. I'm coming down. Settling, coming down to the ground. Okay. So I do like seeing the diagram and the words. They put me at ease seeing all that together. Because it's like a translation, like all of it is translating. Like, what are you telling me? Like, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. And then the diagram is like, okay, this is how it looks. And then the photos show you how it look. So you have, you're comparing, contrasting with the wording, the photo, the diagram. It all goes together. It's like the photo is like the outcome, and the diagram is the bones, and the wording is the cellular structure. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Let's see what it says. Use the, okay, this is for the tulip. Let me go back and see what the top of the arc says. Because I kind of skipped that. To modify, if changing colors, fasten off at the end of each half circle. Oh, okay, this is for the heart. Half circle row after the first slip stitch, join to the base square. Join the new color for your next row with a slip stitch in the space indicated for the last slip stitch of the previous row. Okay, I was wondering that. Okay. I just wasn't ready because, yeah, I didn't read that part. Okay. Um, to enlarge. Ooh, I get to enlarge heart. To enlarge heart without high blood pressure. See, I love this book. Okay. The author, like, thank you so much for that little Kiki. Okay. First, she put Kiki's in here. She put some humor in the book. Like, she don't just give you the information, she also gives you a good Kiki, a good laugh. Uh, okay, enlarge the heart. First, work larger base square with even number of rows. Work first, fourth rows of first half, then continuing same pattern of rows to the base. Follow fifth row and beyond from half, eliminating first and last each until half circle meets corner of. Okay, I'm gonna have to read that again because I didn't know how to do that, so that's why I didn't do anything with the larger base block, or excuse me, because that's not necessarily the larger base block. When I went to the diagonal, I left it like that, but she's giving me some, she giving the tea on how to enlarge the heart, and I don't understand it at the moment because that's not where I'm at right now. Okay. Any version of classic granny squares with will work for base. Hey, kitty girl, thank you for telling me, girl, because I already seen it. Okay. Square through using joining and turn rounds, which have both right side and wrong side rows, will create most consistent looking fabrics when you switch to working in rows for half circles. And for a nice clean edge, try edging single around. Okay. Voice, where you going, voice? What? My voice is leaving the building? Okay. So okay, that's cool to know. I was looking into that. I was looking at that. I saw it. I synced it. I saw what she said before she even said it. So I'm glad she said it. And because I probably wouldn't have done the turnaround like she says. So yes, I'm glad I read that. Okay. Status working in rounds and then rows. Infinite growth potential pairs with the classic granny square, half square, triangle, or one or two any rectangle. I think that was the heart. Okay. Me. Granny 26, the arc. Okay, the only thing you'll find at the end of this. Okay, I read this. I read this. I read it, read it, read it. I read it. I read it. I read it, read it, read it. Okay. Until you need to increase again. Worked in rows. Infinite growth potential. Reversible. Pairs well with classic granny square. Classic granny. Any rectangle. Single crochet border. Okay. I'm not sure what I was looking for with the arc. I just was reading. I haven't read the whole pattern yet. I read the beginning of the pattern. 11th row at 7th row, 12th row at 4th row. So it's saying it's some repeat rows. Okay, to modify. Height of arc can be modified by adding or subtracting multiples to foundation chain. Each 8 chain added will require you to add one additional. Skip next 3 DC in each next chain at beginning and end of first row. Row repeat enlarge arc works best if you let your crochet do the talking rather than following a strict formula. Excuse me. She got me all the way together right there because I I was trying to create a foundation chain with the strict pattern, with the strict formula, and she like, let your crochet do the talking. I like the dialogue, and it's like this book is like for me, like it's. I just sat here and tried to do the whole formula thing, and the book is like, let the crochet do the talking rather than stick with the strict. To continue to grow arc beyond 11th row, repeat 7 and 8 rows until work begins to cup slightly around arc. Then increase by repeating ninth row, adding one more. So yeah, I'll read that. That actually seems like it needs to be read before I do the pattern. I don't know. Because there is 12 rows in the pattern. And this it says to modify, and that's after the pattern. Height, to modify the height of the arc can be modified by adding or subtracting. Okay. Okay, so she shows how to, or she tells how to modify the arc. Is there anything else? Yeah, I haven't read that. I just skimped that just now. And then the next thing is the tulip. Okay. It's easy, guys. Okay, so this is the arc. Um, because I kind of was attempting to calculate the arc like I was attempting to calculate the oval. Because I figured the arc is half of the oval. But it's not. It's just kind of what my brain did. You can calculate the oval, the smaller oval, the multicolored oval, the three-colored oval. You can calculate that easier. Or I should say, I can calculate it easier than the arc. What? And then you got the bigger, the bigger, the bigger oval. I think this is 12 rows. I think I counted 12 rows. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4. With the art, I mean the oval. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Yep. 12 rows. I don't know what. Okay, 12 rows. So that's where my mind went. Okay, so it's 12 rows up here, and then there's 12 rows of the arc. So that's, I got to put that together. Okay, so the starting, to figure out the starting row of both of those, because those are the ones that are not on the screen. Only a little bit of the starting chain are on the screen for both the larger arc and the larger oval. So I don't know if it's started the same way or not. For the smaller oval, okay, so for the smaller art, I got 78, which probably is incorrect because the pattern is showing 46. The diagram is showing 46, and the smaller arc is showing as many clusters as the diagram is showing. So that's why I'm thinking they're the same, even though I came up with 78 for the starting chain of that. So for this, I had calculated 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20. Let's see, 20, 20, 20, 20. 20, 20 plus 3. Yeah, 20 plus 3. That's what I got for the smaller oval that's in the picture. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6 times 2 is 12 plus 3 is 15. Okay, so with the formula that I've been formulating with, I've been formulating with a formula. Okay. It gives me two different chain counts right here. Okay, so this formula that I just this formula that I just formulated with. Okay, so I'm at the diagram. There's a 2, 4, 6. There's a 6 count of clusters in the middle. And then there's 2 clusters on the end. So I take the 6 times it by the 2 on the end, and I get 12. And then 12 plus the 3. Okay, so the 12 is the 4 count. Plus the 3 would give you 15. And that's the number of stitches that is in the picture here. And that's in the written pattern. Now, if you come back to the picture, you can see the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you also see 4 more clusters. They're closer. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me make sure. Make sure I'm counting it correctly. And then there's okay, so there's 2, 4, 6. There's 6. And then there's a cluster of 4. Well, there's 2 clusters, a cluster of 2, a cluster of 2. A cluster of 2, a cluster of 2. That's what I'm calling the 2 clusters on the end, the 4. Okay, let's scoot over here to the photo. Okay, I see the 2 clusters there, the 4 count that are in 2. And I also see 1, 2, 3, 4 clusters right next to the 4 count of clusters that I'm calling my 2. So you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 times the 2, that's 20, and that's your 4 count, plus 3. So that would give you a different number. That'll give you a different, that'll give you the item that's in the picture. Now, the written pattern will give you the item of the pattern. So that's one that, okay, so that's 1, 2. That's 2. 2 different counts. Now, for this big one here, I have no clue. I only have what it gives me. It gives me that it started, or that it has 12 rows. And I only see a little bit of the starting chain, and I only see like one, two, four of the clusters. I only see four of the clusters. So yeah, like in the arc, I don't have all the information, and I don't know if I can formulate what the starting chain is with what I have. Uh, uh, so this, oh, uh, with the arc, I thought I had a different count for the arc than with the pattern, but they seem to be the same starting count. I say that because they have the same number of clusters. Even though I came up with 78. 78, 77, 76, 75, 74, 73, 72. I came up with 78 for the art. Okay, so the 7 row arch seems like it's matching the pattern. Seems like it's matching the pattern. I'm kind of in disbelief because I sat here and formulated 78 stitches by looking at that picture. But it's looking like I calculated something incorrectly. It's the same numbers on the pattern, seemingly. So the arc seems to be one arc. Now there are notes for modification. There are art notes for modification with the arc. Um, so the oval, what's wrong with the oval? Go this way or that way? This way or that way? This way or that way? Is that the arc? No, that's the oval. Lord of mercy. Where's the arc? I thought it was close to the. Yeah, it's right after the heart. That's the oval. Okay, the oval is before the heart, and the arc is after the heart. Okay. So yeah, that look like there's some modification. Some I can see, some I can decipher. I've been liking the ones that I can decipher. The art looks like it's congruent with the pattern. That's great, excellent. Um, the square and rows was congruent with the pattern as well, so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the congruency of the patterns and the pictures. Grateful for that. I'm also grateful for the variety. When there is variety, like the triangle show variety, and it looks like the oval shows variety. So I am grateful for the variety, or I should say the variations, which is variety as well, so whatever. So I am grateful for those seen and unseen Let's see, where am I going with this? So yeah, those are the only shapes that I've done. The shapes that I've posted. I haven't I haven't posted my recent shapes, have I? I don't even know. Let me check. How do I ever? Oh yeah, I have. Okay, so I've posted the diet the diagonal. That's what I'm looking for. The diagonal. I posted the diagonal. Pattern that I follow. I haven't done the modification that is said for the half circle. I haven't done that because I just read that. Like, so far, I've been like stopping at the pattern and reading the pattern, and then I'll continue to read. The pattern has been the stop sign for me, and I've been the car that sits at the stop sign waiting for it to turn green. I've been at the pattern like that. Like I'll get to the shape. I'll read the shape from the top, and then from the top to the diagram, from the back and forth from the diagram to the top. I'll do that. And then after I finish the shape, I'll read the rest of the the rest of the pattern. So yeah, that's how I've been approaching pattern the patterns so far. Not all of well, yeah, I'm about to say not all of them have the modification, but I guess they all do. A couple of those were at the back. Now, it depends on my book format because I have changed my book format. Maybe that's why I'm seeing it like that. Because I've changed my book format like several times since the last time I read the heart pattern. I've had my book on two columns. I've had it on the vertical stroll, and now I have it back on the flip page. So I've been going back and forth between those settings, and I stopped it on the flip page because when I put it back on the vertical, it like did like an end to end page. But when I put it on the vertical the first time, it allowed me to scroll. But when I did that the second time, it put an end to end on the page, and I had to click the end page to get to the next page, which is fine. That is actually cool. I just didn't leave it on there. Um, yeah. So, shared the diagonal square. I haven't shared the heart that I've created with the diagonal square yet because I'm working on another heart, and that's in the process. Ow. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I like the variety that I see. I like that it said how to modify now. mm, I think that's it. Like it's, it's so far there's no like hidden flaws. Even though I thought I found a hidden flaw. I did it. The arc seems to be the same as the thingy. So that's like a woo-saw. Whew. Let me come down from that hot air balloon that I was in and enjoy the pattern because I really wasn't feeling tangling, untangling. Like I was like, how does that even apply? So it doesn't seem to. It doesn't seem to apply for that one. Um and yeah. So it all looks good. Good, good, good. The oval seems like I'll have uh at least two different ovals that I'll have. At least two. I'll have at least two different ovals. The written pattern oval and the oval shown in the picture. So in my recent post of the diagonal square, I was like, in addition to creating all of the shapes in this book, um, every every way with Granny Crochet, um, multiples of the shapes will be created. So it's not just creating 50 shapes out of the 50 shapes that are presented in this book. That's just the base. Like, and I hadn't even, okay, so that's just the base. The 50 shapes that are presented are just 50 shapes that are presented. Now, when you get to the back of the book, there is a pattern for a blanket that I would love in my life because it does look like a masterpiece. And then that's not even it. Like the shapes in this book can also be transformed into other things like other pieces. So not only will 50 shapes be made from this book, additional items will be made from this book as well. Like, I don't know if I shared this on a live stream, but I did post a picture of all the hearts that I've made from the heart pattern. I've made like, I don't know, let me look. And that's just with the heart pattern. Uh, one, two, three, four, five, about five hearts. One, two, three, four. Hold on, let me look. Is it just four? Yeah, it's just four. Okay, so four hearts with the heart pattern so far. So far, because I ran out of yarn. I've ran out of yarn. So you got so yeah, three, four. So four hearts with the heart pattern. And then I'm making hearts with the diagonal pattern. And then hearts can be made with the classic granny square patterns. So I could really get into, or maybe back into my Queen of Hearts crochet, because I did fashion the hearts a bit with the Queen of Hearts in mind. I did post pictures of them. So yeah. And the hearts aren't even in the pattern of the blanket and the or the masterpiece, the masterful masterpiece of work of art that looks like it should be in a museum. The heart isn't even in that pattern. So cause I looked, I was like, wait, what? The heart, not even, the heart isn't even in it. The heart isn't even a representation. Okay, so the heart isn't in it, and it looks like the half circle isn't in it. So there is room, like you can make the blanket, you can also bring your own, you can also create your own imaginative image in it. So me liking the hearts, I'm looking, I may be putting hearts in mine. Um, so yeah, so it presents a blanket, and the blanket looks like it has like additional shapes to be created. Like it has a number, it has a set number of each of the items that make up the blanket. Oh yeah, there is the half circle, but it's a border, it's not inside of the blanket. Spoiler alert. Um, so yeah, spoiler alert, the heart isn't in the blanket. Um, so I was like, there's room for, creativity. Like you can create this, and so much more. You can create so much more. So yeah, fun, 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 fun. You'll 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 have the basic 50 squares completed. Well, I'll have the basic 50 squares completed. In addition to multiples of that 50, of the 50 squares completed. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's a lot. That's quite a bit. Even though like it's in a blanket, I've seen people have like over 100 motifs in one blanket. So I haven't counted the motifs in this blanket. Um, and I say a lot, but 50 is like the base. And then if you multiply that by two, you got the 100. So that's still kind of on the smaller size of blanket work. It's not ginormous. It's not a ginormous feat. Speaking of what I was thinking was ginormous, that is not, is the neck band and the buttonholes for my jacket. I actually have um less space than I think, or that I thought, for the buttonhole. And I need to watch it, like not make the strips so long. Um, they need to be like just right. Um, because the amount that I need is not as ginormous as I think I need, or I thought I needed. Um, so yeah, it's not a ginormous feet. It's in graphs, and even a ginormous feet is in graphs. Um, yeah, but it's not as large as I thought it was. With this jacket band, I actually need like a few more like smaller pieces, not so much as longer pieces, because they'll be too long for the buttonholes. They need to be smaller for it to match up to the length and out, and the buttonholes will be completed. I might even have, like, if I do like a smaller piece, I might have to like just piece that and have it band together for it to add up to the buttonhole space in between for the next buttonhole. So yeah, working on that, or kinda not. I didn't work on it yesterday. But yeah, my strips don't need to be as long as I thought they did. Um, they only need to be not even 10 rows. Not even 10 rows. Maybe 8. Maybe 10 for the buttonholes. Maybe 11. I don't know. Like, it's like cutting it close. It's like real close. Like, it's so close that it could go either way. Like, it could be perfect, it could be shorter, it could be longer. So, either way, it's like a puzzle with these buttonholes at the moment, the way I'm configuring the buttonholes. Okay. Lord. Okay, we got visitors in the chat. Thank you so much for coming back. Howdy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome everyone that has been here and gone.
Rudy. We. Welcome.
Let's see, is any, oh, doop, 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 doop. Nope, everybody gone. Okay.
LL. Kelly.
I couldn't figure out how to get over here for the longest of time.
Welcome.
So I finally figured out how to get over here. I'm in the chat. That usually happens when I'm not in the chat. I usually either way, either way. So yeah, thank you for the thumbs up. Finally made it to the chat. I was in the book. I was in the book. Um, okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is the book that I've done the most out of so far. Um, the other book that I created a granny square out of, um, when I looked it up in my bookshop on bookshop.org, it wasn't available just yet, so that's why I'm not sharing that one like that. I think, no, I haven't shared it any other way. I can share it another way, but yeah, I've shared it through talking about it. Um, it's called 101 Crochet Squares. I'm liking that book so far. I have a few more squares out of that book to want to create. Um, this book here on the screen, I will be creating all of the shapes and all how do you say all that and then some. I'll be creating all the shapes that are in the book. All that and then some. Okay. I am enjoying the book. I am enjoying the dialogue. It's it's helping me. It's getting me how do you, getting me all the way together with the keys. Okay, we have another uh let's see. Let's look here. Nope. Okay.
Saving. Welcome.
Okay. I said welcome to everyone I see in the chat so far. So yeah, thank you all for joining the live stream and showing your support. Um, yeah, I posted everything that I made in the book so far. Um, like if I was a crochet book, I'd be this crochet book. I like it so like it gives kikis. Like I don't guess that was a kiki. Like if somebody else was to read that, I don't know if they would laugh. But I laughed because I it was like meticulous to my situation. So that's why I felt there was a kiki because from the tangling untangling section, I've been carrying that around with every stitch I make, every step I take. Okay, so yeah, I've been applying that to everything that I've come across or at least attempting to and then reading that and it's like instead of following a structured formula, just let your crochet talk. Like it was that was very personal. That was very personal to me. That's why I found it kikiable. That's why I found it humorous because it was very personal to my situation that I had just displayed on live stream. Like so Yeah, me and this book go together. Like we fit together. Like oh my goodness. Like I was just sitting there just plotting and calculating and then here comes the modification like no need for the strict formula. Just let your crochet talk for itself. I was like, okay. Thank you for saying that so that my brain can come back down from the high altitudes that it had went in attempting to find that formula that's right there in the pattern. So yeah, it looks like if you can't see it, it's right there in the pattern. Like if you can't figure it out, it's right there in the pattern. That's what it looks like. There's no hidden what you call it so far. It seems like I'm like keeping my ear to the street. So far, it seems like there's nothing. Now, would I like for it to say, "Hey, this one was made with this chain, and this one was made with this"? Sure, 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 sure. Um, would that defeat the purpose of the tangling, untangling? Nah, maybe. I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like the tangling, untangling, like gives you that formula and then gives you the exercises to do the tangling, untangling. That's how I saw that. So if it gives you the number of chains, you don't have the exercises to do the tangling, untangling. Or you wouldn't do the exercise to do the untangling, untangling. So I guess I'm grateful for that. Uh, to not be told the starting chain for the picture items. Mm, I kind of feel some kind of way about it. But I do see that it's like an exercise to but at the same time, like how the dialogue was like, don't do the strict thing. Like, I guess I wouldn't do the strict thing if the count was given. But it's almost like it's a back and forth with me in the book. Like it's like a call and response. So it is answering my questions. Like all of my questions are being answered with this book. So that is a good thing. I'm enjoying the book for all of that. Uh, my phone is getting warmer. Let me check. Yeah. Let me check. Oh, wow. I've been reading that book all this time. Okay. Not know. I was into that book like that. Like, I mean, I knew I was reading, I was looking at the book. I just didn't know that time calculated that. Um, okay. So all I've been doing this whole time is talking about books. I like books and I cannot lie. Okay. So in addition to this book, I did mention the piece by piece Lego movie. It's so awesome. I may watch it again. I did say that I would watch it again and back to back and back to back because it's so awesome. Now, I did watch something else, like what do you call that? Like a movie watch? No, a movie reaction. And I did see that the movie is available to me. And I have watched like the previous other movies, even the prequels and things like that. Will I be watching the third movie? Like I said, it is available to me. Will I be watching it? I don't know. It's leaning towards no. It's gonna be leaning towards a no from me. Um, the people that I have seen do a reaction, um, have said that they rather had a not watched it. So I'm gonna go on with that and not watch it because it has no rhyme or reason um other than I don't know if you want to call it being creative. Other than that, I guess. Um, like you try and watch a movie for a plot to see if it gonna come around. So far, it hasn't. Like I hadn't even. I don't know if I've even made it to the end of the reactions that I'm watching to even know if the plot comes around. So I don't know if I'll like re or watch another reaction to see if they can see if the plot comes around. But yeah. Um and then there's another movie that I might watch a reaction to. Um I like watch alongs. Like they're they're cool. I like I like to watch alongs. Um Piece by piece. I was able to watch piece by piece myself. No need for reactions or watch alongs with piece by piece. Piece by piece is muy excelente. It's very high vibrational. Um, and available for streaming. So piece by piece is a very high vibrational movie. If you want to watch a high vibrational movie, watch piece by piece and watch it twice at least. Um, I've watched it like maybe 4 times, maybe 5 times. I think I've watched it about 5 times, going on 6 times already. Um, so I'll probably finish watching it a sixth time and watch it maybe 2 more times after that. I watch it while I'm creating my crochet. Sometimes, oh, I did it a little bit, but then I looked over. I was like, "Wow, I didn't even see that part." So I stopped crocheting to watch the movie. um, yeah. So it's so cool, and the people that are in the movie, it's cool to see them in the movie. So I'm like, that is so cool. Then I started thinking okay, what? Let me see the coolness in my area. Let me look. Oh, what? Okay, so yeah, cool movie, excellent uh meaning and messaging. Now, with the meaning of fitting in and how people not be fitting in. Like that seemed like that need to be just drop that. Like everybody that talking about they didn't fit in. Like we need to just drop it. Just drop it, cause we ain't supposed to be fitting in nothing. Like, uh, like, uh, like to fit in for what? To fit in for what? For what? For why? For like just like, it just don't even make sense anymore that people be trying to fit in or thinking they need to fit in or trying to figure out how to fit in. And then when you're doing all that, like the you that you bring isn't being shown, and you're liked or you're not liked anyway, whether you fit in or not, you could not be liked not fitting in. You can not be like fitting in. So we just need to just recycle that fitting in thing. Like just just unbuild it. Just unbuild it. Just we just unbuilding the fitting in thing, and we're gonna rebuild it to something else. We're gonna rebuild it. So yeah, like for real was on the scene before I even knew it. Like like he been like uh helping people, and then to be like oh, you got to do something you like, and it also has to help humanity, but you got to be conscious about it. uh I kind of would like to undo that, unbuild that, and rebuild it to something else too, because he was being helpful to humanity by being himself and enjoying what he was doing already naturally. But then to like take those words and think about it and do it purposefully, leave space for not doing it naturally, like being himself and enjoying what he was doing, he was already helping people. Like he helped Pusha T, he helped Jay-Z, he helped uh what's his, Lord Nori. He helped Nori. I like what he said to Nori with the hook, and he was like, "You gonna laugh all the way to the bank." Like he allowed for people to be themselves, like to be more of themselves and embrace themselves. Like Nori was like, "I need a hook," and he was like, "I already got a hook," and then you already got a hook. And like to be yourself, to not count yourself out, but to be more of yourself and to keep yourself in and to win by being yourself. Like, yeah, like that is very helpful to humanity for people to embrace more of who they are and, display that and win with that. Win with being yourself. Like, yes. Like, so yeah. L- love all that about um what's being presented in the piece by piece film. And the Atlantic and that's being presented. Um so yeah, I like what's being presented in the piece by piece and seeing that, he was naturally helpful to humanity. I mean, we are naturally like that because, I mean, we hear like everyone is their own addition to humanity. Nobody has to fit into other spaces of other people. We are an addition to, the blocks of the design. So to fit in. I don't know. So yeah, that's why that needs to be unbuilt and rebuilt and designed in a different way. So yeah, I like the vernacular. I like the vocabulary presented in the film and all of that. Ooh, ooh. Um, excellent, excelente, excelente. Mhm, mhm.